Let me start off with a bang, drop of the flame.
What up, Pride? Making a little dinner, man. Not for the night. It's too late for me to eat tonight. I'm gonna have to eat something small tonight. But gotta eat though. I've been being lazy. I got a 3-day weekend for Labor Day. Didn't make it to the family reunion. They on me and my brother behinds about that. But had to prioritize some things, man. Especially being still in the school year. School year running a little behind. Well, not behind, but it's normal for them. But behind what I'm used to. This is only my second year. Last year I did go, but I was in the middle, not in the middle, but I was towards the end of the school year. Had to forfeit the county championship because a lot of our kids didn't make it. They pushed the dates back, you know what I'm saying, in flag football. So, anyway, still getting used to this no hair thing, man. I find myself reaching for my hair very often and realizing that, oh, it's not there. It's like that thing that I forgot what it's called, but it's like a thing where you lose a limb, but you find yourself still, it's like you still feel it and you're still reaching for it. I feel like that. It's only trying to come out, man. But I'm cool though. I didn't realize it was gonna be such a thing. I mean, I thought it would be a thing to some people, but not as much as it has been that I cut my hair. I didn't think a lot of people would really notice or even really care. But it was, or even I didn't realize it would be that much of a shock. But then I also realized how many people that I've met, especially being here in Atlanta, that have never known me with short hair. Of course, they would assume that at some point I had short hair, because one, you have to grow it. Two, one, like my hair was that long, where it's like, I've had it my whole life. And most people do know I was in the military, so, it's obvious I've had short hair at some point. Although, surprisingly, it doesn't cross everybody's mind that I can't have hair in the military. But, yeah, a lot of people were commenting and sending me messages and stuff like that, texting my phone. Really just in shock that that I cut my hair. And I think part of it is a lot of people know how spiritually connected I was to my hair. And everybody I guess figured I wouldn't cut it. But, I had to do what I got to do to prepare for this upcoming chapter of my life. I think it was a good symbolization to the fact that I am moving on into a new chapter of my life. And it is also, it was also necessary for the travel. I mean, everywhere I go, I'm very sensitive about who's in my hair. I am tender-headed, so that's a thing too. Got to find somebody that's not heavy-handed. But even just finding people, period, with good energy and know what they're doing. Those are two big things about who I have touching my hair, because sometimes people just, they don't really know what they're doing, but they into the practice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They know the basics, but they don't know how to properly care for someone else's hair. And some people just bring bad energy, and I'm spiritually connected to my hair. So, I don't want that energy being transferred to me. Some people don't think about all that, don't care about all that. I do. But then it was also the matter of cost efficiency while I'm moving around and stuff too. And they were moving around and stuff, having to have an extra duty of trying to find somebody to do my hair. I mean, I could do it myself, but yeah, that would take more time. I just think it would be a lot easier for me to just find a barber. So for the preparation and to the new chapter, it was just a necessary thing. But it's gonna take some getting used to. Definitely gonna take some getting used to. But like I told everybody, it's not something I've never done. It's not like I've never had short hair. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I actually was going through the process of trying to decide like, okay, with the short hair, how short am I gonna go? What style am I gonna go with? So I started looking up old pictures. I went to my Facebook because I don't keep a lot of pictures and stuff. Not to mention, I don't really even take a lot of pictures outside the gym. But I'm looking at pictures and stuff like that, and kind of sat on it for a while, and then I finally decided, like, okay, I'm going to go with the coiled top. You know what I'm saying? A little bit up top. I feel like that was my best look. Even though I have a unique wave pattern, because I don't have to wear the do-rag and do all the extra stuff, and I have natural waves. But the thing about that is, like, my waves are different, like, because my hair is actually very curly. So when it's lower, and it just basically like laps over. You know what I'm saying? So my wave pattern is very different. But yeah, I also thought about the fact that me growing my hair for so long, my hair pattern might change. So I was like, all right, well, I feel like this is my favorite look when I did have short hair. I thought it was just a real good look on me. I talked to my brother Malachi about it. Shout out to Malachi. He actually said it. He was, I mentioned it. He said, yeah, I was actually gonna say that to you because I have like a really small head. And he was saying the same thing, like, because we have small heads. When we have a little bit more hair, it looks better. It doesn't make our hair look so small. So yeah, I ended up ultimately going with this look. I think like this was like my favorite look during that time period where I had shorter hair. And then I eventually started growing it out and got the braids, and then I just decided to lock it. And I had locks before that. I had locks before I joined the Army, or I was actually in the beginning phases of having locks when I joined the Army. Like, might not have been actually, I might have had a few not locked up yet, but I definitely had locks. As a matter of fact, I have a picture album or whatever in the back where I have one of my locks in it, and I cut them literally. What was the day before, or maybe a couple of days? It was definitely within the same week that I left for basic training. So that was October 20th, 2007. That's when I joined the Army. October 20th, 2007. So, but yeah, it is. A lot of people ask me like how I feel and stuff. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel bad. I mean, it's a little colder back here. It's a little colder. To be honest with you, because I have really thick hair and I had like kind of thick locks. It does feel a lot lighter on my head. Like, it feels like there's less pressure on my neck. But I got used to it, Like, it wasn't like, I didn't feel like my neck was stressed from my hair anyway. But like when I wash my my head feels so heavy. Especially like when I like updo, like I get a wrap and I updo it or whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot on my head. Like I can't leave it up too long because I'll get a headache. So I ain't gonna lie, pause. But when my barber was washing my hair, because he cut it first and then washed it. And when he was washing my hair, to be able to get down to my scalp, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to throw my head back and like I got my head back already, for real. But I wanted to close my eyes and all that. I was like, man, this feel great. But I was like, nah, bro, that's a little too much. Let me chill out. I only chill out a little bit, but man, look, just to be able to feel my scalp, you know what I'm saying? And me, I have a sensitive scalp, so it does feel good to be able to finally, reach my scalp again. Like I said, when I had thick hair, and I had freeform locks too, so semi-freeform, excuse me, I had semi-freeform locks. So like, I don't have a regular part pattern or nothing like that. So it was a little hard to get to my scalp and moisturize my scalp, stuff like that. Like my hair was soak it up. Like if I put oil on my hair was soak it up before it gets a chance to get to my scalp a lot of times. So it does feel good to be able to treat my scalp and everything. But yeah, I don't regret my decision. I think a lot of people thought it would be harder for me than it really was. Like, I mean, yes, I was attached to my hair and all this stuff, but my hair is not who I am. And I think that's the biggest part. A lot of times, like, we attach ourselves to something that we do, and it becomes our identity. My hair was never my identity. I think people attached it to me because it was a symbolic nature, or known as a symbolic nature to a lot of people that are like me and very spiritual and into wellness, stuff like that. So the hair becomes a part of that because it's culturally in that realm. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was never like, my hair was never who I was. I was very attached to my hair, but it wasn't who I was. It's not who I am. So I'm interested to see, you know what I'm saying, the reaction. A lot of people don't know still. But I go back to school to work on Tuesday, and I'm interested to see the reaction of the kids more than anything. Like, there's gonna be some adults there, some of my coworkers, they're gonna probably be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But I am more interested to see the reaction of the kids, and you know I'm gonna come back and tell y'all, but this is gonna be hilarious, this is gonna be interesting. I am very interested to see. I am very, very interested to see the reaction of these kids, man. Cause they just be blowing stuff up, so it's gonna be fun, man. But I'm excited because I know what this means to me, as far as like the beginning and the symbolic nature of starting a new chapter. And that's what this is all about, really. But yeah, man, I'm excited, and I'm excited to show you guys and take you guys along with my journey. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so y'all can watch me throughout my journey, and hopefully you will learn something. I'll be enlightened about something throughout this journey. But hit that subscribe button, join me on my journey. Y'all know what it is. Get out my kitchen because I gotta cook. King speech.
Never mind who you thought I was.